I'm pretty sure Crispy said carriage before, but I think he meant to say garage. Anyways, hello and welcome to the Streamers Unite podcast. I'm your host, Dave Loudon, and you're listening to the number one spot to keep up with everything Streamers Unite, video games, streaming news, and your chance to get to know us, the people behind the Discord. Joining me today, we have the underdog. 115, what is up, my dude? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you, the Underdog Army, for coming here today and coming and vibing with us. And I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you guys so much for having me on today.
Dude, we're vibing with you, my dude. We're vibing with you. We got the Zizu gaming.
Hi.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
How have
Not
you
much,
been, man?
just chilling.
What
I'm
have you
good.
been? You're not on the podcast last week. What have you been up to?
Just working, streaming, the usual stuff. I streamed a little bit earlier today, play some Destiny.
Now, hold on.
Norm.
What did you play the other night that I watched? Because everyone needs to go watch this game. It's awesome.
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Dude,
That's
that
exactly
game's
what I'm talking about.
amazing.
Dude, it has not aged. Like, looking at that game, it's like still looks like a brand new game. Super fun to watch, dude. I couldn't believe it. I want to go back and play that game.
I can't believe that game is already 7 years old.
It doesn't look like it, though. It looks like it could have been made last year. I swear.
For sure.
The gameplay it's just solid on that. And then we got the Wolf. What is up, my dude? How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Doing pretty good. You know, best Mickey Mouse voice here in Streamers Unite.
Yeah, do you want a medal for that, or?
I mean, hey, I'll take a medal that says best, Streamers Unite Mickey Mouse voice. I'll take it.
Do we have anybody who can make a medal and or plaque for our boy Wolf? He would like it because he thinks he's special because he.
You're the graphic
like
designer here, Dave. You're the graphic designer here.
Do you think I can just alchemist? I don't know what that is.
Wow,
but the medal thing,
that was rough to listen to.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this whole thing's going to be rough to listen to. All right, so we also have our producer Crispy running the show, who was clearly yelling at me before, and also we have Mystic Donkey holding down the chat. Speaking of chat, if you have anything to say during the stream, please post us questions. We're going to answer them during the show. At the end of the show, we are watching. All four of us are watching the chat, so we're going to bring up points if we see them. And if you do post a question, we can't get to it. We might get to it at the end of the show. So please just ask us anything. We're here, and yeah, we're here. So with all that said, we'd just like to welcome you to episode 7 of the Streamers Unite podcast, where we will be doing a special episode where we'll be discussing everything that happened this week during the PlayStation Showcase. So we are just going over basically one topic this week, and that's the PlayStation Showcase. But first, we'd like to get started with some Streamers Unite, the Streamers Unite housekeeping. But before even that, I want to take a pause because we've been playing this episode all week. There was some huge news yesterday. I just want to stop and talk about it real quick. It is that Microsoft acquired Bethesda, or the parent. What's the parent company, Zizu?
ZeniMax.
ZeniMax, which includes Bethesda, but it's also all the studios that they own. And this is a huge deal, very big deal. I don't have a news article right now for you ready because we're probably going to go over it a little bit more next week in depth. But I just wanted to acknowledge that it's happening because we like to be on top of our weekly news. Zizu, do you have any comments on that? Because I know that you had been watching this pretty close.
It doesn't surprise me because there was rumors of Microsoft acquiring something, and like a few months ago it was rumored that might be acquiring Sega. So it seemed like they were scouting out different companies, seeing what they can get, and they bought them for $7.5 billion, which is nuts to think about.
Dang.
$5 billion more than they bought Minecraft for, by the way. Just throwing that out there,
dude.
$5 billion more than Minecraft.
But the exclusives that's coming out for Sony on Bethesda's end, Deathloop and Tokyo Ghostwire, they're still going to be coming out for PlayStation as scheduled. But everything after that, they haven't said anything technically with exclusives only to Xbox, but we can only assume for sure.
So that means that Fallout, any of the future Fallout games could be exclusive to Xbox only then, right?
There is potential for that. Skyrim.
Whoa, like any Skyrim that comes out, anything.
Dude, Wolfenstein.
Wow, dude,
Starfall?
That's insane.
Starfall? What's the name of that one? The MMORPG they're making. That's kind of like Skyrim in space. It's Skyfall.
Skyfield.
Skyfield.
Starfield.
That's it. No, it's
That's
Starfield.
a big power play by Xbox. I'll give them that, or by Microsoft. I'll give them that. That's a
Here's
huge
what
power play.
I'm thinking though that they're not going to keep I think they're going to let Bethesda run the way it's been running and put everything out where it's at. I think it's in their best interest to be doing that, in my personal opinion, because honestly, they're going to make more money if they let them out on all the consoles. And if you look at what they've done in the past, especially with IPs they've acquired, i.e. Minecraft, i.e. Ninja Theory, they're still letting games go out on other consoles. So I don't see why they would change what they're doing as far as that's concerned. But they have the cards in their pocket. They could play them anytime they want. Wolf, before we shut this down, do you have anything to say about it?
I mean, the only thing I gotta say about that, I mean, that's really huge. But like, didn't Microsoft buy Bungie also, like, to get Halo, and it kind of they didn't do a very good job on a lot of the ones that came out right after that purchase, and a lot of people.
Very
So
true.
that's
very
something
true.
that's something to worry about. Also, Microsoft. I mean, they now have that company, but who knows? They might flop worse than Fallout 7 or whatever that new Fallout game was, the online one.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wait. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, but I don't know. And they do have a history of letting companies go. But I think with Bungie do exclusivity and not. I don't know if they actually bought Bungie, because Bungie's now off doing Destiny on their own. And then they
own Bungie. They had to make a deal, and they lost the rights to Halo because of it.
I want to really quickly go over something. Like how Wolf said, after they bought Bungie, the Halo games didn't do that well. The Halo games kind of dipped, and they kind of didn't get the good end of the deal off of that. The same thing with after they kind of bought Minecraft. Now Minecraft has kind of exploded with a new generation of players. It's been out for 11 years, but there was a good slump where Minecraft was kind of just kind of this, they have that cult following, and that's about it. After Microsoft kind of bought Minecraft, a couple years after that, it kind of did die. It not necessarily die to where like absolutely nobody was playing it, but it kind of died. Only then, recently, this past year or two, did it kind of jump back up to the big game that it was in the beginning of its life cycle. But there is that middle ground where if you go look at the player base, there's that middle ground where it was kind of dead for or not dead, like I said, it wasn't dead, but had that cult following left for that longest time.
Because
you saw a lot
back up, though.
Yeah, but so Microsoft really didn't get to go into that deal either until it kind of just now picked back up.
Well, it's definitely probably the biggest acquisition since Activision acquired Blizzard, I would say. So, but it's pretty crazy how this is going up. We're going to talk more about it next week, but we're going to focus on PlayStation Showcase this week. So, back to housekeeping. We have a new command in our stream. It is !tip. By no means are we asking or requiring you for tips. I'm just letting you know it's there if you're interested in it. We love our community. We want you to watch this show. We are more interested in you watching this than any money can have. We just love your support in that way. So please, if you do want to see that, you can. If not, just ignore it. So we just like having you here, hanging out with us, giving us your support that way. So we're going to start housekeeping with Streamers of the Week. Each week, our community selects one streamer to highlight that deserves the title Streamer of the Week. You might be saying to yourself, well, I'm a badass streamer. How do I become a Streamer of the Week? The answer is simple. Be active in the community, network, and just be an awesome streamer when people come by your channel. This person is selected by the Discord, and it's up to every one of you to pick the best streamer each week. Feel free to throw up suggestions for next week's Streamer of the Week in the chat right now. And this week's Streamer of the Week, we have Haya69. She plays Warzone, Overwatch, and she also played the Cold War Alpha. So if you want to pop in her channel and ask her about that, feel free. She's also very close to affiliate. So we are asking that as a community, we help push her through, especially since she's Streamer of the Week. She should be highlighted. I'm going to be very disappointed in each and every one of you if she is not affiliated by the end of the week because of her being Streamer of the Week. So this is all on you. Wait, what? Oh, nice. So wait, is she Streamer of the Week? Or no, not Streamer. Well, she's Streamer of the Week, but is she has she affiliated yet? No, she hasn't. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, y'all. We got to get her affiliated. So let's make that our goal this week. And now I'd like to highlight this week's streamers who have actually reached affiliate. These people deserve all the glory for what they have achieved between their hard work and our community support. They have reached their goal of becoming Twitch affiliate, and those streamers are Flashover109, Steve Kneve, Ray Sonoma, our former Streamer of the Week, Swordsvin, Static Wiz, who, by the way, Static Wiz, was our torch holder, but we pushed him through so fast that he made it in before we could even acknowledge him as a torch holder. So give a big congratulations to him. We've also got just today, just before, we are paying attention, everybody. NOS Gaming XSX did make affiliate, so we put him in here too. Let's give them all a big shout out. Let's throw those emotes in the chat up for him. Let's go, everybody. That's dope as AF that they actually made affiliate. So congratulations to you all. And we are dedicated to helping everybody reach affiliate. And as an added bonus, we will be hosting all those streamers who reach affiliate for 1 week on the Streamers Unite Twitch channel. So congratulations to you all. I recommend you go out, check these streamers out, help them grow their channels, and provide them with the additional support that they need. And let's see here. The last thing we're going to go over is Torch Holder. As you know, our Torch Holder program is where we as a community pick one streamer to fast track them to affiliate. This week's streamer that we picked just before the stream, because basically Static Wiz did make it, is Brevo _. He's currently sitting at a 2.7 average views. Should but not be hard to push this guy through. He plays Rocket League, Among Us, and Valorant, and we're working to get this homie pushed to affiliate. So please get out there, get those lurks up, help him out. We want to get the next torch holder going as quickly as possible, and just hang out, watch a stream, and yeah, help this guy get to affiliate. Community events. We do not have any community events planned for this week. I would like to give a shout out to last week's community event on Saturday. We hosted an Among Us Day for using those channel points and making us all play a quote-unquote scary game or group game. It was really fun. Big shout-out to everyone who showed up. They definitely found my tail. They figured me out. At least Lysiria did. So it was a fun time. We know Demonic Gunman, if he's ever lying to you, just ask him if he's going to bet his PS5, because he definitely will not. He definitely will not. And so going back at it, we're going to do one last thing for housekeeping, is the ad read. So each week we're doing an ad read for when we do get a sponsor. But for right now, today's sponsor is the Streamers Community, or the Streamers Unite Discord. Today's episode of Streamers Unite podcast is brought to you by the Streamers Unite Discord. Are you sick and tired of the same old follow for follow Discord? Do you want a place where you can network and actually gain real viewers in your Twitch and YouTube channels? If you're saying yes to all of this, then join the Streamers Unite Discord server. We offer not only a place to network, but we also have services like design commissions. I lead that team. Tech support. We got Lysiria on that. And we're a great place to help you reach your goal as a new streamer or meet new people to grow your channel once you reach affiliate. Click on the link in the chat and join us today. So let's get right to it. I'd like to start today's episode with the exact same way that Sony did. So let's watch a quick little video here. Let's go. I've been a long-time Final Fantasy fan, and this looks like it shouldn't disappoint. It looks like they just took Final Fantasy 12, mashed it together with Final Fantasy 15, and made just a beautiful, beautiful baby. So I'd like to do a quick ad read on this, do a quick article read on this, just to go over some of the stuff. I'm going into about halfway into this article because the first part is just kind of basically going over what we just saw. What we know about Final Fantasy 16's story so far. This is coming out of Screen Rant, and it's Christian Strideron. Christian Strideron. All right, and I'm going about halfway down to the FF16 characters. After this intense battle scene, the FF16 trailer shows off a young version of an assumed protagonist from the earlier standing outside in what is probably his hometown. A young boy named Joshua is told he cannot go outside by a woman before he is led away. The character from the opening then states that his purpose is to protect him. While it can't be said for sure, the protagonist is most likely talking about the young boy Joshua. Joshua is also referenced later to be the Archduke's son, and his nameless protagonist being his defender. Makes sense, especially considering the events that took place later on. Summons. The most impactful and intriguing part of the Final Fantasy 16 trailer is most likely the end, where Joshua seemingly transforms into a summon Infrit. This could be the reason that he needed to be protected, as well as the reason we could not see not be so sheltered. Following this, Phoenix also flies into fight Infrared, which is hard to say why Phoenix is there. In much of the gameplay through the trailer, there is a notable visual of motive or fire-like wings in the main protagonist's attacks. Due to this, Phoenix may be related to the main character in some way. Perhaps the protagonist can transform into Phoenix in Final Fantasy 16 like Joshua can with Infrared. Right now, it's hard to tell for sure, but the visuals similarities are apparent. The trailer ended with a close-up of the protagonist's face saying, "I'll kill you if that's the last thing I do." As he also does this, the young self fades and an older image of him appears with an intense dishearten in his eyes. This most likely implies the game will have some type of time skip. Perhaps the protagonist's job of protecting Joshua is short-lived after failing to control the Infrared. After this, he may choose to leave the Empire. But when what would then follow is that time skip in which the player can control a more hardened and mature version of the protagonist. So that actually, let's start with that because I think that's really interesting because Final Fantasy 15 also had that time skip that was very notable in the game. Obviously, this sounds like it's probably going to be a time skip more at the beginning of the game, but in Final Fantasy 15 they had that crazy time skip where 11 years passed by, Zizu? Was that it? 11, 12 years?
I don't remember exactly how many years.
But
sure.
Basically, they just had that huge time skip, so that might just be another theme going forward with the Final Fantasies. Zizu, I know you've been a huge fan of Final Fantasy. Oh, go ahead.
Can I just butt in? We need to play after this topic. We're going to play the clips montage for this week. So.
Oh, we forgot about the clips montage.
So, yeah,
we're doing everything out of order.
Carry on. We're going to do it afterwards.
Perfect. All right. So Zizu, what do you think? I know you've been a lifelong fan of these games. I know that you are like you're just the Final Fantasy guy basically. So what do you have to say about this? What do you like about it? I know you're a big fan of 10, 12. What do you think of the aesthetics of it? Go ahead.
My first reaction to it, it looks cool. At the same time, it just reminded me so much of 15, and it's not a bad thing. But I do like how it's going back to like old school, like medieval style instead of going like more future or more modern, like how all like
post-apocalyptic
past like
almost
5 or 6 Final Fantasies have been. I feel like
since 12 probably.
Yeah, but no, like I'm really excited. And Square Enix fashion, like this game is probably 3 to 4, if not 5 years out, guaranteed, probably. But one cool thing is the main guy that's doing the battle system. His name's Ryota Suzuki. He did the battle system for Devil May Cry 5, and he's the lead battle designer for this one. So it's definitely going to be hacky slashy like 15 is, but it's probably going to be more complex and more well designed than 15 was for sure.
What about compared to 7? I know 7 had a very hacky slashy type too, but I felt like that was a little more
7's a little different just because it's like, I don't know, 7's a little different than how 15 was. It's not nearly hacky slashy, even though it is, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, well, I
just
mean,
how the fighting was.
Each character does very different moves in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and so it really, that was a great game too, by the way. Just lots of good stuff they're doing there, and that's exciting. And I'm also very surprised we actually got a Final Fantasy 16 before we saw a look at Final Fantasy Remake 2. That to me is the even more interesting part. I was fully expecting to see the Final Fantasy Remake 2 in this showcase, and it was not. So hopefully that comes up.
Another thing I wanted to add was Final Fantasy 16 is getting made by the Final Fantasy 14 guys. So the main Final Fantasy crew is still working on Final Fantasy 7 remake right now. So who knows, there might be some online elements to this game that they haven't really shown off yet, or like multiplayer or co-op stuff. Who knows?
That'd be very cool. I felt like that multiplayer for 15 really, they kind of dropped the ball on it. I didn't find a bunch of interesting stuff in that. It took place inside that time jump that we were talking about for 15, and I did not. I don't even think I played any of it. It was supposed to be an okay thing, but I just never got around to it.
Same.
Anyways, let's see. I wanted to ask you, Underdog. You have never played a Final Fantasy game, so what is your impression of this?
Well, I mean, I really don't have an impression. Do I plan on picking this thing up? Absolutely not, probably.
Fair.
I have never played a Final Fantasy game. I've never really watched Final Fantasy gameplay. Me personally, I probably won't, just because it's just not my style of video gaming. As well as, I mean, I know that there's a huge, you know, fan base behind this. Even my aunt, she's a very, very big Final Fantasy, fan, and so she even has like posters and props from Final Fantasy, and I'm like, wow, you must be a really big Final Fantasy fan. She's like, yeah, you should play it sometime. I'm like, eh. That's just, so my impressions of the game is just, oh, it's a very, very, very successful gaming franchise. But in just terms of me, I will probably never pick it up. I'm not gonna diss it. I'm just because I don't know anything about it. But my impressions of this are just, oh, I guess they're coming out with another one, or I'm like, damn, they made 15 of these things now, or 16 of these things now. Good lord, this thing has been around since what, like PS1?
Oh, dude, Nintendo.
NES.
Nintendo. These things have
NES.
been around since Nintendo.
It's been
So,
on probably every major console that's ever been out there. It's been some sort of Final Fantasy.
That's what
Probably.
I'm saying. I'm like, good lord, people are knocking about GTA being on 3 consoles. I mean, Jesus,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy has been on everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Good luck to Final Fantasy. Which one is this? 27?
27, yeah, absolutely 27. I would
Yeah.
honestly, Underdog, if you do ever play Final Fantasy, this new remake of Final Fantasy 7 was very interesting, and it is fun. You might find some joy in that. Maybe I'll purchase you a copy and make you play it on stream sometime. Anyways, Underdog, you got any thoughts to wrap this up?
No.
I mean, sorry, Wolf. Do you have any thoughts to wrap this up? My bad. My bad.
That's all good.
Got you all
No,
mixed up.
I'm a huge
Feel a
Final
little
Fantasy
drunk today.
fan. I actually bought Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just don't have a PlayStation to play it. I just bought it because
okay.
I needed to get it. But I've
Yeah.
played every Final Fantasy from Final Fantasy VII all the way till I played 15 also. I will say that the
Great.
battle system, it looks cool, but I'm a very old school Final Fantasy player, so I miss the old turn-based system they used to have.
RPGs, baby.
So I will play this, of course. When I get my PS5, I will get Final Fantasy 16 also. I've played them all. I'll play this. But like, I'm not really playing it for, like the gameplay. I'm playing for the storyline. And it looks really cool. And by the way, Dave, who just got up,
Yes, I'm listening.
it's Ifrit, not Infrit.
Ifrit. Yes, I know. I knew I was pronouncing that wrong. And I was just like, I gotta stick with it.
But the game definitely looks beautiful. They're definitely going more of a mature route, it looks, with it because of the blood.
Definitely. It's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a mature game, but I do think it's going to have some more mature themes than some of the previous ones. All right, we got to head into a quick clip show real quick, and then we're going to continue on topics with Miles Morales. Let's take a look at this.
That's my boy right there. He can frag anyone.
I'm gonna do the big boy jump. What's wrong, Kanisha?
Oh, there's a cock coming. Hope to see people when I bring you the mod update. Okay.
For so long, we've got crows. Oh, no! we're back now. Oh my gosh, you just saw what toxicity does to you in video games. So if you're toxic, you're gonna get slashed up by a Leatherface. That's all I gotta say. So that was a great clip show. I wanna give out a huge shout out to the twerking. That really made my day there. So we're gonna go straight to the PlayStation blog for Miles Morales Spider-Man. This is an article by let's see. It's on the Sony blog, and it's by James Stevenson. See the Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales new gameplay demo. Today we debuted a brand new 7-minute gameplay footage featuring explosive new footage from Miles Morales Spider-Man. If you missed it, take a look. The demo opens with Miles Morales and his best friend, Gank Lee, walking through their East Harlem neighborhood to an electric rally for Miles Morales' mother, Rio Morales. Here you will see some of the characters you'll get to know during the game and a glimpse at the culture of the neighborhood. We hope you love the beautiful visuals of the wintertime Marvel's New York, our neo-noir artistic of the game, and gorgeously ray-traced reflections. This is clearly written by Sony. Miles is searching for a sense of belonging in his vibrant new neighborhood. There is so much editorializing here. But a war is broken out between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and a high-tech criminal army, the Underground, and the gameplay sequences you saw captured from PS5 hardware. The Underground interrupts the election rally. Meanwhile, man, I am just struggling today. I'm so sorry, everybody. Meanwhile, I know. Well, I cannot speak today, apparently.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
Dave, in your 3rd grade reading level.
I know. I should have gone to 4th grade. Meanwhile, the underdogs also attacked Roxxon convoy on the Beta Wire Bridge in an attempt to steal Newform energy containers. Newform is a highly volatile energy source that Roxxon promises can power the entire city cleanly. Here we meet the leader of the Underground, the brilliant Tinkerer, which I love the Tinkerer. He's one of my favorite villains. Marvel fans will surely recognize the name of the villain from the comics, but we're very excited to introduce you to Take the classic Spider-Man villain. I'm just going to stop right there because it's a pretty long article. This was a great video. I highly recommend you go to the PlayStation blog, check it out, give it a watch. What do you think, Wolf of Spider-Man? I know you're looking forward to the PS5. Are you going to get Miles Morales? Do you think how long do you think this game's going to be? Because they're touting that it's not a full-length game. It's not a full-price game at that. So what are your thoughts on it real quick?
I mean, it's a Spider-Man game. I didn't even play the newest Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. So when I get PS5, I'll probably play it first. And I mean, I might pick this up. I mean, I have no idea. Spider-Man, he's one of my favorite Marvel heroes, but the games, I've never really enjoyed a lot of the games. I think the only Spider-Man game I played was for PlayStation 1, and I haven't picked another Spider-Man game since. So I don't know. Spider-Man's a cool hero, but I just don't think he makes, in my opinion, for phenomenal gameplay.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, Wolf.
I think you need to play The Amazing Spider-Man on PS4 because that's unbelievable.
Just my opinion.
Well, they're coming out with the deluxe
we don't
edition.
Care. Your opinion is wrong.
They're coming out with a deluxe edition of Miles Morales that does come with the base Amazing Spider-Man game, and it's also updated graphics. It's ray traced. It's supposed to be pretty amazing. The only problem is you can't transfer your PS4 save over to that, so you have to completely start the game over on PS5 unless you have the PS4 version, which is the lesser version going, which I think personally is the wrong move with that, but that might be a conversation for another day. Zizu, what do you think of this Spider-Man game? I know you played the first one.
Yeah, I'm super excited. And also, if people don't know, this is also coming out for the PS4 as well as PS5.
Yes, great point.
And so that's good. Because I don't know if I'll be able to get a PS5 by the time this comes out. But yeah, another thing too. I know. Another thing that I was like super interested when they announced this recently, they announced like how big the game was going to be, like taken up hard drive wise, and it's going to be 50 gigs, which is a small game. So that makes me kind of worried for future of games. But no, I'm super excited for this, and yeah, I platinumed the first one, so I'll probably play this until I'm nothing left of it. So.
Yeah, the first one was so fun. Did you play the DLC at all for the first one?
I played the first two, and then at the end of it, when the third one came out, I was like, I'm over this. The DLCs I didn't think were all that great.
Yeah, I heard very mixed reviews on those. I really want to catch the story because I'm wondering if those are going to loop in at all this Miles Morales thing, or if they're going to wait for a full blown Spider-Man 2 before they before they actually address some of the stuff that happened there. But we'll see.
I think this takes place in between because this takes place like a year after the events in the first game, I believe.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. You had some strong opinions, Underdog. What do you think, man?
Oh man, I don't care what y'all say. PS5 won with this game. Oh my god, this game looks so pretty. It looks so beautiful. And yes, I'm a PlayStation fanboy, but good god, when I saw that trailer for Miles Morales, or I saw that gameplay, I was just like, holy crap, that game looks so beautiful. Game looks very beautiful. The gameplay looks very good. Like, I think the fighting looks very good. I think it looks beautiful aesthetically. Just everything about the game looks, in my opinion, from what I've seen, looks very beautiful. And that's probably gonna be the first game I play on PlayStation 5, like straight
Agreed.
up. Probably gonna be the first. I'm probably not even gonna play Call of Duty. I will probably play this all the way through. I've already taken 3 days off of work for November 12th, 13th, 14th, and the 15th, 4 days actually. And I'm going to be playing the absolute crap out of PS5 in this game. So
did you get a pre-order for PS5?
Nope, I'm gonna go ahead and Fall Guys it and just run over everybody.
Jump off that cliff.
Just go ahead.
Finish line.
I'm gonna go up and straight up Fall Guys it. All right.
Oh my god.
I got that comes out November 12th, which is, I think, is a Thursday. I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and I think that's Saturday. I'm gonna take 6 days off of work, and I'm going to camp out from Monday. I'm not gonna camp out all the way till Monday. I'll just start, throwing a jab there, hooking somebody with the elbow there, and like I said, I'll qualify for my PS5. No, I'm just kidding.
No, seriously, that's probably, if you haven't got your pre-order already, you probably will have to do that because of the debacle that's going on with that.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that in a little bit. By the way, we hit a level 5 hype train. If y'all didn't notice that.
Holy crap!
That just happened.
Oh my god, we actually.
I know,
we've
it's
completed it as well.
Yeah. Holy hell, dude.
Oh
Thank you so much to our community for making that a thing, man. We really appreciate all your support during these streams.
Awesome.
It's all going to go back to the community. We're going to do another giveaway here pretty soon. It just does stuff to improve the podcast, just improve what we're doing here and helping you guys out on the Discord. So thank you so much for all your support. We really appreciate it. Let's speaking of badassness and hype trains, let's talk about another train, maybe from a platform that has a half at the end, and I can't remember the first part. And I'm talking about Harry Potter. This article is, what is it, 53 and 3/3 or 3/4 or
9 3/4,
9 5/8, something like that.
The cringe from these transitions, I swear.
This is why I host, is I can't transition anything, and they let me do it every week anyways. Really appreciate that, guys. Someday someone's going to come over here and they'll be like, man, that guy's so much better than Dave. What is going on? Anyways, we are also
just waiting for my opportunity.
I know, right? You're never going to get it from me. I'm going to pull it from my cold, dead hands. No, I'm just kidding. At some point, someone else will be hosting. But right now, you're stuck with me. This article is from The Verge. It is written by Nick Stallett. Hogwarts Legacy is an open-world Harry Potter game coming to PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Hogwarts Legacy is a new Harry Potter. It's a new Harry Potter open-world game releasing next year. I know, right? These Harry Potter fans are gonna just flood my freaking Twitter. Open-world game releasing next year across all major platforms. Warner Brothers announced on Wednesday as part of Sony's PlayStation 5 price reveal live stream event. The game, developed by Disney Infinity developer Avalanche Software, is set in the 1800s at the iconic Hogwarts from the book series, but giving it a time period, it will not involve playing the series' titular character, which is Harry Potter. Instead, the trailer gives the impressions that the players will create their own character and engage in a manner of wizard and witch-related activities. In a press release, Warner Brothers described the game as an open-world, single-player action role-playing video game set in the 1800 wizarding world, where players will experience life as a student at Hogwarts of witchcraft and wizardry like never before, as they live under the unwritten and embarked on a dangerous journey to uncover hidden truths of wizarding and the world. The release says players will grow their magical abilities by mastering spells, brewing potions, and taming fantastic beasts, adding that the game will include familiar locations like the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village. The reveal comes a long-running rumors following a massive 2018 leak out of an open-world game set in the Harry Potter universe. Warner Brothers has confirmed that the game will release sometime in 2021 on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. It's being published and overseen by Warner Brothers, Portkey Games, and the development team formed in 2017 to shepherd new games entries into the Harry Potter franchise. In a blog post, actually, let's just end this right here because the rest of the articles, you can go and read that because we encourage you to go do that anyways. So, y'all, what do you think of, who wants to speak up first about this? The Harry Potter universe game, man. What do y'all think?
Looks like Wolf wants to go first.
Yeah, let's go.
I haven't read the books, so you all can hang me out to dry all you want there. But
You monster!
But no,
band.
I love the Harry Potter series. My fiance is a huge Harry Potter fan. She's read the Harry Potter books every year since each of them have been released. She does it every year. So she's actually going to be super excited about this. I think this game kind of plays into the rumors I read a few years back, or like last year or something, where there was rumors of a game like this for Harry Potter that was going to be an MMO. So I think this might actually be the game, but it's not an MMO from the description, which is kind of disappointing because it'd be awesome to be able to play multiplayer walking around, Hogwarts. That'd be freaking cool. Yeah. But to have a now updated game of Harry Potter on the new gen consoles, it is going to be a beautiful game. We're going to be able to explore, everywhere in Harry Potter, which is going to be awesome to be able to, be able to visit it firsthand. And the fact that it's set before any of known history in any of the books or movies is going to be even better to figure out what's going on even before Newt Scamander and Tom Riddle. So to be able to create your own character and, figure out your own house or, get picked into your own house, it's going to be amazing, I think.
Yeah, it's just being in that universe before pretty much any of the other stories been written leaves them a huge gap as far as what they can just basically create. The thing that I don't know if any of y'all know this at all, like I'm posting this as a question. Do you know if J.K. Rowling is actually writing this, or is this an independent team? Does anybody know the answer to that? Okay.
I have no clue.
No idea.
Interesting. We can look into that later. Zizu, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited for it. I love Harry Potter. I didn't read all the books, but I saw all the movies. But I never played any of the old school Harry Potter games, but I didn't hear much good about them. But this one looks amazing, and I'm just really curious how the game actually plays, like the actual combat system and all that. I'm really curious about that.
I'm sure it's going to be because they show when during the demo they showed a lot of going outside of Hogwarts. Like it looks like you're going to have Hogwarts as your main base, and then everywhere else is going to be like you go out and adventure in this cave, or you go out and you do this mission, or you go into the forest over here and do this. You know what I mean? So it looks like to me, anyways, that it's going to be like, okay, your central base is going to be Hogwarts. You do your schooling there. You learn new stuff there. There's all sorts of stuff you do there. And then you go outside of that Hogwarts area to actually adventure on and probably use your wand to shoot laser beams and whatnot. That's what they do in Harry Potter, right?
So
sure.
Expelliarmus and just laser beams. Just shoot.
Dave, go ahead and stop talking.
So I did a quick Google search real fast, Dave, while you were talking.
Okay.
Warner Brothers has reassured fans that J.K. Rowling is not directly involved with the game.
Okay, that is extremely interesting. We're not going to get into this right now, but if you want to Google the controversy around J.K. Rowling right now, feel free. That's a whole other can of worms I do not want to open right now. But that's very interesting that this game is actually distancing itself from J.K. Rowling right now, because I think that was the biggest concern on a lot of fans' minds is, well, how involved is J.K. Rowling? How much am I supporting her by buying into this game? Obviously, they have to pay her for rights. So you're going to be supporting her no matter what, but it's not going to be necessarily her ideas in the game, which is going to be a huge departure from the movies, a huge departure from almost everything Harry Potter, where she has been the forefront in writing absolutely everything, including, I think, a play that was written by her and the Fantastic Beasts. So this should be interesting to see what people can do without her in it, and are they going to keep the same sort of consistency, I wonder. It should be pretty interesting. Any other thoughts from you there, Underdog? I don't think you've gotten to say much about this yet.
Oh, how do you know? Man, I was gonna say how good. You know what? No, I actually plan on picking up this game. I did see a couple of the movies. I haven't seen all of them. Never read any of the books, and I know I'm gonna be put on blast for that. I'm sorry, you guys, but no, I've actually am very excited for this game. I did watch the trailer for this game. It looks very, very good. I also feel like this isn't a game where, on top of that, like there's certain games out there where you have to have either watched the movie or kind of, at least know. This looks like a game where you can pick it up and you can start playing it even if you haven't seen or read any of the books. This still looks like a game that's going to be very visually pleasing. It looks extremely good, graphic wise, as well as it just looks like a very fun game to play. And I'm very excited for this game. I'm actually going to pick this game up. Surprisingly, I don't pick games up like this. I very rarely, pick up games like this or Spider-Man because I'm more of an FPS kind of player, or survival. I like survival games, but games like these that are coming out look very, very good, and they kind of just blow me away. And that may just because it's a new console and obviously new jumps new jumps in here and things here and in there, but like new jumps in technology obviously make games look way pretty, but.
Yeah, absolutely.
These two games, Spider-Man and Hogwarts Legacy, look very, very good. And I can't wait to actually pick it up and
100%.
just see how it is,
And then No Fin says, from what I can tell from the trailer and reading, it's going to be a free roam, so you can go anywhere as you please, kind of like a GTA or Skyrim. This map will be huge. So that is an interesting take on that. Hopefully that is the case, because I would be hella into an open world Harry Potter game like that.
I want to fly around on a broom.
I'm
that's
sure
one
you'll
thing
get the
they didn't
chance.
show, right? They didn't show any room flying,
Transportation,
right?
And the other thing is Quidditch going to be a mini game? Can I form a full-fledged Quidditch team?
I know the trailer did show brooms, so I do believe brooms will be a mode of. Yeah, it's very quick. There are scenes with brooms in it, and they did show Quidditch uniforms, so Quidditch will be in this in some form or fashion.
Okay, I really just hope I can play some Quidditch. Is it going to be one of those things? I wonder where it's like, how Gwent in The Witcher 3 became its own thing. Do you think that this game Quidditch is going to be so popular that people are like, that's what they go to this game to do, is play Quidditch? You know what I mean?
The problem with that, though, is it's a single player game. So how are they going to? I mean, Quidditch would be amazing if you could have it multiplayer. Like, this whole game would be amazing if it could be multiplayer. Like, everybody going to their classes, like, as other players walking around the school.
Yeah.
But it's going to be single player, so you're only going to be playing against computers unless they make an online mode sometime down the road.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it's just going to be maybe like a blitzball situation, if anybody gets that reference. So we got it.
It's very accurate. I spent way too many hours in blitzball.
So that's a Final Fantasy X reference, if y'all didn't know. So all right, let's move on from Harry Potter. Let's keep this train a rolling. Let's talk about everything else. So what I'm going to do is I've got a few topics here, and I'm just going to go. We're going to go over them, pretty much everything else in the Sony press conference. So I'm going to say your name, and I'm going to give you a topic, and you're going to talk about it. All right. We're going to start off with Zizu Demon Souls. Go.
Demon Souls. I never played the original, but this game looks amazing. And anyone who's like, what's the deal with the new generation? A lot of the games just look the same. Watch the Demon Souls trailer. Like, that is next gen.
Looks so
That's
good.
what I got to say about it.
That's all you got to say about it. I think it looks amazing. I've played a few of the Souls games. I am a big Souls-like fan. They are a lot of fun to me. Just that loop, it just pulls you into it. It's super hard up front, but once you get there, you just feel like a god. And I think that's one of my favorite things about most of those games. So let's move on for that. Resident Evil 8, Wolf, go.
Yeah, Resident Evil 8. I mean, it's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Right? You can't go wrong with Resident Evil. I actually didn't watch this one, I guess.
I mean,
someone didn't do their homework for the podcast.
So
no. Anybody want to take the reins on that Resident Evil?
I really liked Resident Evil, certain Resident Evil games. Like I said, that's another game that my aunt is a huge freaking nerd about. She loves the Resident Evil games. I did like Resident Evil Biohazard. That was one of my favorite Resident Evil games. very, 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 very cool to play. As well as very, very fun to watch YouTubers' reactions to completely crapping themselves playing that game.
Especially in VR.
Me personally, I hate scary games. I cannot stand them. As some of y'all have seen me absolutely crap myself playing Outlast.
There's a
me-
very funny clip out there.
Me screaming for
funny
my
clip out
mom on Outlast, and I'm not even joking. There's actually a
Mommy!
clip. Yeah, there's actually a clip me screaming for my mom while somebody chasing me in Outlast.
Motley, if you can find that clip and put it in the chat, you are a god, by the way.
Uh,
He knows where it's at.
But anyway, yeah, I do enjoy. I feel like this is going to be a good game. I feel like this one's going to be very, very fun to play. Still has that scary vibe as well, and can't wait to see where I might actually pick it up. I hate scary games. I think they're terrible, but I might actually pick it up just to kind of at least in this game it doesn't give me a camera recorder and I have to run everywhere and pray to God that I don't get snatched up. But at least in Resident Evil, they give you a gun and they're like, "Hey, you can sort of defend yourself. You can try," you know. So.
What do you think of the name Village as opposed to calling it actually Resident Evil? It's just called The Village.
I
Does
feel
that
like
do anything for you?
I feel like it won't do anything. It really doesn't. To me, I feel like the fans aren't gonna be like, "Oh, it's called The Village instead of Resident Evil." I'm not buying it. No, people still gonna buy that game. Come on now.
Fair. Deathloop. Me. I think Deathloop looks very interesting in my opinion. It's got a lot of really fun, creative characters. It's the Bethesda game that's exclusive to PlayStation. We kind of touched on that a little bit earlier, and that to me is very interesting. I really like the idea of Deathloop and how I think there's 7 different scenarios, and you just kind of loop through them until you win them is what it sounds like. So each level has its own boss. I love the cel-shaded look of it. It kind of reminds me of Killer 7, if anyone's ever played that. And it had a really good vibe to it. I was a big fan of it. And that's honestly one of the games I'm looking most forward to is Deathloop, because I want to see what that game's about. I want to get my hands on it, feel it, and just get in that world, because it just looks so interesting to me. It looked really like pastel and fun, and I don't know. It just looks awesome. And then why don't we just kick this to you, Wolf, the Cold War Alpha. This is an easy one.
All right, yeah. So I mean, I didn't play the Cold War Alpha. I actually have uninstalled Call of Duty off my computer completely. So, I watched enough streams of it though. I mean, it looks like just a better version of, Black Ops. Like that's what it looks like to me. It's just another Call of Duty game. Looks like everyone was having fun playing it, but I mean, to me, it's just another Call of Duty game. So it's just a reskinned same thing.
I'm gonna touch up on this one a little bit. I didn't play it mainly because I don't have a PS4 right now. I lended it to a family member, and I really don't play PS4 much right now, as just because I'm always on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
But from what it looks and how fun people are playing it, it could just because everybody. I'm sorry, but this is true. Everybody, when a new Call of Duty comes out, says it's amazing because it's something new. But as soon as 3 months goes down the line, people are going to start bashing it. Oh, this is what's wrong with Cold War Alpha. Like the same thing with Modern Warfare. When Modern Warfare came out, everybody was like, "Oh my God, this game is great. This game is cool." It's all because it's something new. It's something different. And so when that game came out, a lot of people were saying that, "Oh, it's great," and then people were calling it the worst Call of Duty. Now, granted, I feel like actually Modern Warfare didn't have that much of that kind of vibe to it, because a lot of people actually didn't like it off the start. But a lot of people do tend to do that with Call of Duty. People say, "Oh, it's great, it's great, it's great, it's great, it's great." I like a lot of things about it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like that's usually because, like I said, it's a new game, it's something new. There's new guns, there's new maps. It's a whole nother style.
New zombies.
But 3 months down the road, zombies, I hope to God they do a lot better than, because Black Ops 3 zombies was the pinnacle of zombies. I mean, absolutely amazing.
Never played it.
Black Ops 4 zombies. Black Ops 4 zombies, man, that was a huge flop. Oh my goodness, that was a very big flop, man. I was so disappointed with Black Ops 4 zombies. So hopefully, with the Cold War, they're gonna do a lot better, and hopefully they go back to the Black Ops 1 vibes of zombies. Back in playing Kino der Toten, with like when I was 12 years old playing Kino der Toten, that was the greatest feeling ever with some friends. But hopefully that this Cold War Alpha is like Black Ops, because I really did enjoy Black Ops. So let's hope that it's not just the hype coming out of it right now because everybody's happy it's something new and it's not Modern Warfare. let's just hope
Yeah.
that it's actually going to stick and actually going to be a good Call of Duty.
Cool. Very cool. All right. We talk about Call of Duty every week, so we'll probably loop back around to that next week as well. Okay, and then one last thing, Zizu, I'm going to throw you a curveball. They didn't really go over it, but what do you think of Bug Snacks?
Bug Snacks? I don't know. It looks like a weird game that was made by the same people that make Octodad. Like, he knows like this game's gonna be weird.
Just look up Bug Snacks, everybody.
It's like I Am Bread. It's just a random game that people just start up.
Eat a strawberry, you're a strawberry. Eat a grape, you're a grape. I don't know. I whatever, dude. It's Bug Snacks.
I don't know.
I have a feeling that game could be fun under certain circumstances.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a blast, to be honest. So there's a lot of just, you can mix and match and eat stuff and become stuff. It just is going to be a giant. You're going to have some amorphous, weird-looking monsters by the end of that game. Okay, so let's continue on. One more big topic that they did go over in the PlayStation Showcase was the PlayStation Plus collection. Their answer to pretty much what Xbox is doing with their Xbox Games Pass, but not. They say it's not, but it is. This article comes to us from Eurogamer. PlayStation Plus Collection game lists everything you need to know about the PS5 Plus Collection by Lottie Lin. The PlayStation Plus Collection is a new curated series of PS4 games that will arrive for digital download on the PS5. Built on the PS Plus Collection will offer you a range of the most popular titles to grace the PS4, which include the likes of Uncharted 4 and Until Dawn. Just like our PS5 specs, PS5 console design, the backwards compatibility for the PS5, upcoming PS5 games, PS5 controller, and PS5 SSD drive summaries, this game will cover everything you currently need to know about the PS collection, including all the currently confirmed games coming to the service. So I'm just going to read the list of games real quick, and go to this article, read it. It's pretty interesting. Here's the list of games that are included in it. You got Batman Arkham Knight, Battlefield 1, Bloodborne, Days Gone, Detroit Become Human, Fallout 4, Final Fantasy 15, God of War, Infamous Second Son, Monster Hunter Worlds, which is very surprising, Mortal Kombat X, not Mortal Kombat 11. So yeah, the Mortal Kombat X is on there. Persona 5, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil 7, The Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, and Uncharted 4 Until Dawn. So does that collection do anything for you, Zizu? Or do you already own most of those games?
I was going to say, for me, no, because I've either played most of those games or I still own them. But for someone that doesn't buy a lot of games or can't afford a lot of games, this is a steal of a deal. Like, these are all top tier games. These are amazing games.
Yeah. AAA titles.
So
go ahead.
What I like about this collection is, one, for people who like to play one game and they stick with one game for a very long time and then switch to another game, I feel like this is perfect for them. Because at one point, after I got done, kind of playing Call of Duty, and I was like, man, I really don't know what to play anymore because this Call of Duty is getting repetitive, boring, and I'm just tired of playing it. I'm getting burnt out. I actually went to GameStop and I actually was like, is there any games I can play? I'm usually an FPS player, but I'm looking to branch out. And the GameStop employee just looked at me and told me and pointed at the PlayStation games like, you can go live for yourself. And I'm like, okay, thank you, appreciate the recommendations.
Thank you, GameStop.
Thank you, GameStop, for the recommendation. But this is actually perfect because there are a lot of AAA titles in this game. What I love about that collection too is it's got something for every genre of game. The only thing I see that they really don't have in there is FPS. There's not really first-person shooters in that collection. There's actually not one single FPS.
Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1, yes. Okay, Battlefield 1. So you do have something kind of for everybody. You have the fighting games, Mortal Kombat. You have Monster Hunter World. You got free open world games. You got adventure games. You got so many
Persona 5
games.
JRPG.
Exactly,
You've got The Last Guardian, a family game.
You literally have something for every single genre video game in there that you can think of. The only thing I probably can't think of is a music or rhythm game, but then again, that's not a very big genre.
Until Dawn's not directly a music game; it's more of a horror game, but it does have a lot of the quick time events like a music game would. So,
true. So, but
even Bloodborne is Souls-like. That's crazy. This collection. This is nuts.
And that's what I like about this. This is because I've not played all those games. Definitely want to see Monster Hunter World. I've wanted to play, especially those cute cats that make you food in that game. That's really cool.
They are very adorable.
I love that. there's a lot of games in that genre or in that list of games that I've just not played before. And if I'm getting done doing streaming or if I'm just burnt out on a game, I could pick it up and just say, hey, I'll play like an hour or two of this game. Why not? Because I can. And that's what's great.
Chances are, if you're getting a PS5, you're going to get PlayStation Plus, and you're going to have access to instantly this collection of games. And that's what's also amazing about it. If you're new coming into the ecosystem, just the quality of these games, and if you've never been on a PlayStation before, this is like the greatest hits of PlayStation 4. You can pop right on your PS5 and just like relive the last 7 years of video gaming with this list. It's pretty crazy. Wolf, you have anything to close this out?
I mean, no, I think this is a phenomenal idea. Like, I didn't understand it at first because I was like, I mean, if I own those games already, I can download them, right? Like, but so yeah, so if you don't own those games, like this is fantastic. All of these games are, like you all said, great titles of games to play. The only ones I've really played though are like Battlefield 1, Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter World, and Until Dawn. So, but like all the other games, I don't really care to play. But but this gives you a wide variety of games to play for a very cheap price right when this PlayStation, is available. So it's a great idea by PlayStation. I think they really, hit the hammer on the nail on this one. This is going to be a phenomenal thing that PlayStation is going to be offering us.
And from what I understand, they're all enhanced too. So they're not like full remasters, but they are going to utilize some of that power in the PS5 as well to make them better. So I'm really excited about this list. I know there's at least 5 games on here that like Days Gone I haven't played. I haven't played Monster Hunter World. I have not played Persona 5, which I hear is like a game of the year quality type of game. I know Persona 5 Royale was one of the best reviewed games this year because that's the one that just came out, like as far as like they kind of packaged all of Persona together. So I'm really excited for this list. I know I'm probably going to be playing a couple of these. I'm hoping that they don't replace their current program of releasing 2 games each month, as far as like giving you 2 games every month for free. It's like, oh, well, we're not going to be doing that anymore. We have this list. I hope they do continue doing that. But we'll see what happens.
I'm pretty sure they will. I don't think PlayStation would do something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure PlayStation would do something like that.
Also, I agree with P Kills there, right? If you don't like severe, heavy, grindy games, do not get Monster Hunter. It is very grind heavy.
I hear it's extremely grind heavy.
Yeah, I can feel that. All right. The last thing I'd like to talk about is the debacle that happened with the PlayStation pre-orders, because I happen to be on the good end of that debacle, and it sounds like the 3 of you were on the bad end of that debacle. First off, I'd like to start off with, I'm just going to read the tweets that each company said, both PlayStation and Xbox, because apparently Xbox had a little bit of a stutter today too. But this is coming straight from PlayStation's Twitter. To be honest, PS5 pre-orders, to be honest. I love how PlayStation starts out with, to be honest. Like, come on, guys. We're never honest, but we're going to be honest this time. PS5 pre-orders could have been a lot smoother. We truly apologize for that. Over the next few days, we'll be releasing more PS5 consoles for pre-order. Retailers will share more details, and more PS5s will be available throughout the end of the year. Let's start on that. Like, what do you think, Zizou, as far as that's concerned? What is your biggest beef with PlayStation on the way that they did this?
I know I didn't get one, but it was one of those things I wasn't expecting to, but I didn't think it was going to be because of this, like the way they handled it. Because after the showcase, I had to go straight to work. And then by the time I was like almost done with work, like I basically like was reading up like what was happening. I was like, well, I guess I'm not getting one. I thought it was tomorrow. Okay. But no, it kind of sucks, but at the same time they did say that they're going to have more opportunities for pre-orders, and if you don't get a pre-order, there'll be more to go around at the end of the year. So I'm not too worried about it.
You'll definitely be able to probably get one by beginning of 2021, I'm sure of it. Go ahead.
My concern is I want this day one. I want to be able to get this day one. All right. I don't want to wait till December. I don't want to wait till January. I want the PlayStation 5 day one of launch. All right. Not day 2, not day 3, day 1. All right. I'm very adamant about having it day 1. All right. PlayStation, if you're watching this, you can send me a free one also. I'm totally down for that. But
they'll get right on that.
They dropped the ball. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be brutally honest and not beat around the bush. They dropped the ball. You should have known, PlayStation. You should have known that there was going to be millions of people, or at least hundreds of thousands of people that are going to want to pre-order a PlayStation. You did this whole showcase. You hyped everything up. You dropped the price. You did everything, and you should have known that that there was going to be tons of massive tons of people that wanted this game, you know? And so that's why I'm like, why if you knew that all these people were gonna do it, and I don't know if it's a marketing tactic that we're like, oh, we ran out of look at all the demand, man. Whoa. Looks like we'll be dropping I'm pretty sure it's a marketing tactic. Let me be real. But if they were genuinely, about PS5, then they would if they were very genuine about PS5, then they would they would they would have had a lot more pre-orders. And I see PK kill streaks and tell me not to buy the first batch. I got to have that day one content out for my viewers, guys. Come on.
My first batch of PS4 is sitting right here next to me. I'm still using it when I stream, so I think you don't have to worry about it that as much anymore. By the way.
I think that consoles have come a long way. People always complain about their PS4 sounding like a jet engine. It's not because the PS4 is old. It's because you haven't cleaned out that fan in 5 years that you've had it. That's the issue. That's why it sounds like a jet engine. People are like, I turn on Fortnite and it sounds like a jet engine. Well, maybe you should open it up and clean the dust out that's been sitting there for like 5-6 years. Then it probably won't sound like a jet engine. Now, granted, yes, I never bought the first batch of PS2s, PS3s, or PS4s, anything like that, because technology back when, and especially in the PS2 and PS3 days, were not the best, and it obviously took a couple months to kind of, okay, well, this is what a lot of people are saying about the PS3. Let's go ahead and send out a new batch of PS3s, a couple months later, because now they're getting customer reviews. After that first couple months, people are like, well, my PS3 is doing this, or my PS3 is doing that. And so they can fix that. But I feel like they're getting it down now. Some PS4s have been able to last for years. My PS4 is having some problems now, yes, but that's because it's 7 years old, or it's going on 7 years old. So I don't think that, I think it's like how Dave said, oh, my PS4 is still doing fine, and it's been here since day one. I think just because they're starting to get better with technology. Obviously, technology is taking better strides, and being able to we're able to redefine technology every single year. And so I think PS5 is going to be okay day one. You never know. Obviously, you're taking that gamble.
There's gonna be some. There's gonna be some that go bad.
There's gonna be some. You might get there's that chance that you're gonna get a PS5 and it's gonna poop after 1 year because it's a day one launch. But then you might be lucky like Dave and have a day one PS4 and it lasts, or like me, my day one PS4 is still lasting to this day, and so it's just that's just what's blah blah blah.
Yeah, totally. So Wolf, you got anything to close us out?
I mean, I don't know exactly what happened with the whole PS5 pre-orders. I wish I could have pre-ordered one. I can't get a PS5 until I get done with my wedding next year. So, by the way, I'm looking for a PS5 for a wedding gift. So if anybody wants to, but
it's on his registry.
But I mean, the only thing that I could, equate to this was what happened with Nvidia. Is just like a whole bunch of bots bought a ton of all those new video cards and are selling them for 10 times the price of what Nvidia sold them for.
Oh yeah, that's nuts. What's going on there? That's a whole other can of worms where it's just like did that completely wrong with the bots. And I don't know if as many of these got bought out by bots. I'm not sure. I haven't read any articles as far as that's concerned that bots have taken over.
I think it was just demand.
I think people just got to it. I was lucky enough that my GameStop actually did a good thing and called me, and I was able to get down there in time to get one. So I was pretty excited about that. But it is a debacle. Sony does need to fix it, and it sounds like they're actually kind of doing it the wrong way as far as that's concerned. They're putting it back in the hands of the retailers. I think that's what screwed this up from the beginning. Is they put it in the hands of the retailers with these pre-orders, and they just once one started doing it, the floodgates opened, and then they caused a huge problem for it. They should control the rest of the supply. Keep sending out emails if you signed up for it. If you want to pre-order it, then you get it directly from Sony. But
so I have a question for you, Dave.
What's up?
do you think that Sony is going to have enough PS5s by pre-order of day one launch for the average consumer to get? So like, let's say somebody like me, I'm not able to pre-order. When the pre-order came out, I was at work. I was able to pre-order it. So do you think that Sony will have enough for, like, let's say but like around early November, maybe late October, I can just go onto their website, or I can go to my average retailer and pre-order it and have it secured? Or do you think that's going to keep becoming you better have it ready to be pre-ordered by this day on this hour, or else you're not getting one?
I think what it's going to be is you just got to be ready. I think that a retailer is going to drop the bomb. You're going to see a tweet from Walmart. You're going to see a tweet from Amazon. All of a sudden, go out and be like, "Hey, we got PS5s. Let's go!" And then they're going to be sold out in a matter of minutes. Sites are going to crash. That's why I'm telling you. Like, PlayStation should have held on to that stock that they had stocked up and just kept sending out emails to people who are dedicated to PlayStation. To me, that would have been the best way to go about it. It would have been the most fair way to go about it. But at the end of the day, they're putting it back into the retailer's hands, so they're going to do whatever they want with it. Retailers do what they want to do, what's best for their company, and if they think as soon as they get them, they want to put them out, that's what they'll do. The thing that's tragic about this too is I guarantee you that this more pre-orders that they're putting out is going to eat into the supply of PlayStations that they were going to have ready for launch day. So you're going to also see, as a result of this, less launch day PS5s available. So I think overall it's going to be a very clustery F situation, if you know what I mean. But so anyways, I just want to go over real quick. This is going to be very fast because we got to end the show here shortly because Crispy needs to go night-night. Here's Xbox's response to this. Pre-orders September 22nd, which was today. By the way, they did not go well. Sites you knew the time, but sites crashed left and right. People had all sorts of issues. Worldwide will launch in 36 countries, November 10th. Hype 9,000 plus, which is a Dragon Ball Z reference. And then they kind of get their jab in at Sony at the end of this tweet saying, "Don't worry, we'll let you know the exact time pre-orders start for you soon." So they really just dug their elbow right into Sony with that one, as far as saying, "Sony, we know you screwed this up. We're going to try and do it right," even though apparently it did not go as smooth as they wanted. Any of you guys planning on getting an Xbox S or X? Anybody?
I wasn't gonna get one, but now since Bethesda moved, I still won't probably get one because I can play everything on my PC.
Yep.
But
I have a PS4 and a PC, so nope, exactly. I'm not gonna drop $300 or $500 on. Basically, I'm not gonna drop a $500 thing on my defibrillator I got back here. I already got a PS5. Look. Easy, I already got PS5 back there. Look at that thing. Nice little PS5.
literally looks like they took an Xbox and a PS5 and mashed them
together.
Did
I call it a defibrillator? I meant to call it an air purifier, whatever you call it.
Fire defibrillator.
Defibrillator. Clear.
So anyways, all right, guys. So that is our show for the day. I'd like to thank everyone that is at our show right now. I want to thank everyone who's here, making this such a huge success. I want to thank Crispy, who's holding it down, keeping us on track. I want to thank Zizou. Thank you so much, Zizou, for being here. I want to thank you, Wolf, for being here. I want to thank you, Underdog, for all being here, chatting it up with me, just being awesome and having great conversation. Just so y'all know, you've just watched the Streamers Unite official podcast, where each and every week we are here to discuss the latest and greatest streaming news. Real quick before we leave, I want to just ask Zizou, when are you going live next? What are your plans?
I am not 100% sure. My schedule's been all over the place, but maybe Thursday. Probably Thursday. For sure.
Okay. Wolf, what are your plans for streaming next? What are you doing? Anything coming up? Any big news there?
Usually Wednesdays, but tomorrow I've got D&D with some friends, and I've got another meeting for some big stuff I've got coming on in real life. So probably Thursday evening, I'll be continuing my September charity streams.
Okay, September. Oh, that's right. If you didn't know, Wolf is doing charity streams all month for September, so go give him support. Who are you giving that away to, Wolf? Tell us a little bit about
that. So the September stream for this month is doing a charity. All revenue from my Twitch stream is going straight to cancer research.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. That's amazing you're doing that, Wolf. So go support that cause. That's amazing. Underdog, what are your plans?
I will be streaming in exactly about 2 hours. I'm gonna be doing some Minecraft tonight, or my regular scheduled Minecraft Hardcore World. I stream every single day, as some of y'all know. I stream every single day except for Saturdays. And yeah, just gonna be doing that. Baby.
Okay. I know. This is
Baby.
my baby Emery. She's on the show. Say hi.
Baby.
Bye. Bye. I'm going to be streaming this week. The next 3 days, I'm going to be live by 10:30. I am doing a giveaway this week. So come on by, say hi, exclamation mark giveaway, and you will be entered that and get more details. So you've just watched this Streaming Tonight podcast. I just wanted to seriously thank you all for being here. I just want to thank Motley the Clown, Crispy, and Mystic Donkey for the production. Thanks for watching, everyone, and happy streaming out there. Awesome job, guys. Let's go. We are going to be rating here, so we're still kind of live.
Also, I appreciate P-Kill's hashtag Get Wolf of PS5.
PS5. Get it for fly.
My cat's going sicko mode right now.
We love you all. Thanks for watching.
We're rating a Mega Spartan. So.
Oh, Mega Spartan. Nice. Let's go.
That's good.
Stick around. Let's show them some support.
Yo, let's go. What is he playing?
Is that Halo? That looks like Halo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.